Before we dive into something truly rare and extraordinary, take a second and hit that subscribe button. If you're someone who appreciates history, hidden treasures, and the thrill of discovery, you'll want to be part of this journey. You never know what might be sitting in your pocket or tucked away in a drawer, because today, we're talking about a coin that could change the way you look at spare change forever. Now, let's talk about a coin that's easily overlooked but quietly carrying a story that's turning heads in the collector's world. The 10-cent coin from South Africa, minted in the year 2010. You might be wondering what makes this coin so different from the hundreds of others just like it. Well, let me take you back a bit, not just to the year it was minted, but to the deeper context, the significance, and the subtle clues that have made this coin a true collector's item. The South African 10-cent coin has always had a strong presence in circulation. At first glance, the 2010 issue doesn't seem much different from the others: modest size, a floral design on one side, the year below, and the South African coat of arms or the name of the country in one of the 11 official languages on the other. You've probably seen one. You might even have handled it and thought nothing of it. But here's where it gets interesting. In the world of coins, rarity and value aren't always about the metal itself. It's about what the coin represents, how many were made, how many survived in mint condition, and whether anything unusual happened in the minting process. The 2010 10-cent coin from South Africa isn't made of gold or silver. It's a copper-plated steel coin, standard in composition. But it's the specific batch, the minting variations, and some unexpected errors that turned it from a pocket piece to a prized possession. Now here's something only the sharp-eyed collectors noticed. A very limited run of the 2010 10-cent coins were struck with slightly off-centered designs. In some, the image alignment is subtly shifted. In others, the rim of the coin appears slightly warped or incomplete. Most people wouldn't even notice, but coin experts, they spotted something different. These minting errors are like fingerprints. They make the coin one of a kind. And when you have a coin with unique characteristics, especially one from a limited production window, the value begins to climb. Quietly at first, then dramatically. You see, coins like these don't shout for attention. They sit quietly in the bottom of a box or inside an old wallet, passed down from a father or grandfather, waiting for the right eyes to spot them. And those right eyes have been paying close attention. In the last couple of years, the collector's market has exploded in interest for overlooked coins from the Southern Hemisphere, especially South African coins from the late 2000s and early 2010s. Why? Because many of these coins are now vanishing from circulation, while historical interest in South African currency is rising worldwide. Political shifts, economic changes, and a growing international community of numismatists are all fueling this surge. Now imagine this: you've got a coin sitting in a drawer, and you think it's worth 10 cents, maybe nothing at all. But suddenly, the demand for a coin just like it begins to skyrocket. Bidders are lining up online, collectors are reaching out to sellers, and the price keeps rising. This is exactly what's happening with the 2010 South African 10-cent coin, particularly the ones with clear detail, excellent condition, and any kind of visible error or minting variation. Even if your coin doesn't have a visible flaw, the market is still interested. Why? Because many of these coins never made it into circulation in perfect shape. Most were used, scratched, or worn down through daily handling. So a 2010 10-cent coin in pristine or near-mint condition is already considered uncommon. And the fewer there are, the more valuable each remaining example becomes. Now, for those of you who enjoy the thrill of the hunt, let me tell you, checking your old change has never been more exciting. That little dish of coins, that coffee tin in the garage, or that envelope your uncle left behind, might be holding something worth far more than you think. And it doesn't take a professional to start looking. All you need is good light, a magnifying glass, and a bit of curiosity. Start with the basics. Look at the coin's year 2010. Check the surface. Is the design perfectly centered? Are the edges smooth and clean? Or do they show signs of striking errors? Flip it over. Is the inscription sharp and clear? Any detail that feels off or unusual could be the key to unlocking real value. And let's talk real value now. Not guesswork, not speculation. The highest verified sale of one of these 2010 South African 10-cent coins, featuring distinct minting errors and preserved in outstanding condition, was recorded at a jaw-dropping $3,500. That's right, a 10-cent coin sold for $3,500. And this isn't a one-off story. Others have sold for hundreds, even thousands, depending on condition and rarity. Think about that for a second. The kind of money some folks spend on a used car, going to someone who took the time to check an old coin. That's not just luck. It's knowledge meeting opportunity. This is why collectors around the world are now turning their attention to everyday coins. Because sometimes the rarest treasures are the ones that were right in front of us all along. The 2010 South African 10-cent coin is a perfect example of this. A simple piece of metal with a hidden story, waiting for someone like you to uncover it. So the next time you're sifting through your old coins, take a closer look. That little piece of South African history might just be your ticket to an unexpected windfall. And if you do find one, hold on to it. Or better yet, get it appraised. You never know when your 10 cents could become $3,500 richer. And before you go, if you found this video useful, entertaining, or even just a little eye-opening, don't forget to subscribe. We've got more coin secrets, hidden treasures, and real-world stories just like this coming your way. Because history isn't just in the books, it's in your hands.
Before we dive into the world of forgotten treasures, take a second to hit that subscribe button. If you're someone who appreciates history, hidden gems, and the thrill of unexpected value, then this channel is your new home. Don't miss what's coming next. Now let me take you back to the year 1994, a year of global change, but especially in South Africa, a nation standing at a major turning point in its history. That year marked the dawn of a new era as apartheid came to an end and a free democracy began. In the background of these political waves, something seemingly insignificant was being minted. A tiny, copper-colored coin, the 1-cent piece of South Africa. Most people never paid much attention to it. Small, light, and often lost in pockets, drawers, or between car seats. It was the kind of coin you'd overlook, toss into a jar, or use to make exact change at the store. But what if I told you that this same humble coin, if preserved in the right condition, could today be worth as much as $65,000? Yes, you heard that right. Let's look at what makes this particular coin so special. The 1994 1-cent coin is small in size, about the width of a shirt button. It's made from copper-plated steel, giving it that warm reddish tone. On one side, it proudly features South Africa's national coat of arms, a detailed emblem representing the unity and strength of the country. On the other side, two tiny Cape sparrows rest gently on a branch, surrounding the coin's denomination. One seed, and it's a beautiful design, really. Simple, yet filled with symbolism. It represents a country at peace, a moment in history captured in metal. And because of its year, 1994, it has a special place in South African history. But that's only part of the reason it's become such a hot topic in collector circles. Now, millions of these coins were minted for daily use. So yes, the majority are common and easy to find, and in worn-out condition, they're not worth much. But here's the key: condition is everything. Like in most collectibles, a common item becomes extremely valuable when it's rare and in near-perfect shape, that if someone, somehow, managed to keep this coin untouched, away from moisture, air, and friction. If it was never dropped, never rubbed against other coins, and still has its full original shine, then it becomes something else entirely. Not just a coin, but a time capsule. Coins like this are sometimes graded by professionals using a numerical scale. The highest grades, such as mint state 67 or above, are rare and incredibly sought after. These are the coins that stand out at auctions. Collectors and investors look for them because they combine history, condition, and scarcity. Even more rare than mint condition pieces are proof coins, special editions struck with extra care, usually for collectors or government archives. If one of those surfaces, its value could skyrocket overnight. But let me paint a more personal picture. Imagine you're in your workshop, going through an old tin of coins your father or grandfather left behind. Among the faded silver and copper, you spot a small reddish coin. 1994, South Africa, 1 cent. You feel a strange pull. It looks different, almost too clean. You take a closer look. No scratches. No wear. The detail is sharp, like it was just struck yesterday. You start to wonder, could this be one of the rare ones? You send it to a professional coin grading service. It comes back as nearly flawless. A top-grade specimen. Within days, the emails start. Offers come in. Dealers make inquiries. Collectors are whispering. One particularly wealthy collector wants it for his historical coin set. He's willing to pay more than most would ever imagine. This isn't a fantasy. Stories like this happen more often than you think. Not always with this coin, but with similar ones that seemed worthless at first glance. And let's face it, for many of us, there's something deeply satisfying about uncovering hidden value. It's not just about money. It's about discovery, about history, about the thrill of realizing you've been holding onto something extraordinary without even knowing it. So why does this coin matter today? Because it reminds us that value can be hidden in plain sight, that things we often ignore, like a single cent, can hold stories, history, and sometimes fortune, especially for those who take the time to look closer. Now, I know many of you watching this are collectors yourselves, or maybe you're new to the hobby, curious about the coins lying around your home. Maybe you're retired, enjoying your time, finally going through old boxes and drawers. Maybe you're just looking for a little excitement in your day. Well, here it is. Check your old coins. Look for that 1994 1 cent from South Africa. Examine its condition carefully. Hold it to the light. Look at the detail. Look for signs it hasn't been touched much. If you think you've got something special, get it professionally appraised. You could be sitting on a surprise. And now, as promised, here's the number that makes this entire story worth listening to. In the right condition, with the right certification, the 1994 South African 1 center coin has been known to command offers as high as $65,000. That's right. 1 cent, 65,000. It's rare. It's exceptional. But it's real. And it could be in your hands right now. So, what are you waiting for? Dig into those old boxes. Revisit those jars full of change. Look twice at what you thought was worthless. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. There are more stories like this coming, and you won't want to miss a single one. Thanks for watching. Stay curious. Keep collecting. And who knows, maybe the next great find is already sitting in your pocket.